Moose Hall for a lot of fun and laughter. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming.
Now you know how the boys and girls feel when they don't know the answer.
Mr. Lacis, I believe that Ms. Baca and I tied for the win in the trivia. Just want to let you know.
Okay, well, you ripped your paper up. You need to be proud of your work, Mr. Venezia. Well, next, we're going to have Mrs. Gomez come up. Mrs. Gomez joined our little school staff 2 years ago as our art specialist. And when you tour the building, you can see the wonderful work she does with your boys and girls. Mrs. Gomez?
Good evening. My name is Laura Gomez. I have had the great pleasure of being the art teacher here at the Little School for the last 2 years. I've been an art educator for the past 18 years, teaching in both school and museum settings. Most recently, I've been teaching at the Museum of Fine Arts Boston and continue to represent the museum as a liaison to the Boston Public Schools. These experiences underscore the importance of arts education in our schools and the positive impact that studio art can have in terms of strengthening and reinforcing curriculum connections. At our school, the visual arts curriculum is part of a dynamic and powerful collaboration with the academic curriculum and the everyday life of the school. There are many ways that studio art at the Little School makes these connections. As you can see, one way is the study of American art and artists that all of our students from kindergarten through 5th grade have studied as they learn about and sing American music. More about that later. In addition, the study of American art relates directly to what 4th and 5th graders are learning about American history in their social studies curriculum. The visual arts curriculum also connects with the 1st grade study of the rainforest as children create a 3-dimensional rainforest animal environment. It also connected with our school-wide reading incentive program. When children studied American author-illustrators this fall, they also created a related project in the art studio. In addition, the I Can Read collection for the North Reading Food Pantry recently inspired the 3rd grade study of Andy Warhol. This year, the Little School won a National Endowment for the Humanities Picturing America grant. This includes 40 images of American art that are selected from museums across our country. I am looking forward to connecting it to the 4th and 5th grade social studies curriculum. And I'm also looking forward to using it to introduce visual thinking strategies, a curriculum that fosters critical thinking and writing skills based on my work at the Museum of Fine Arts. As the school year comes to a close, Mr. Tatro and I are looking forward to hosting our famous Little School Arts Night on Thursday, May 28th, so mark your calendars. It promises to be an evening full of exciting art activities and wonderful musical performances. We hope we'll see you there. And with no further ado, I would like to introduce our very own Little School artists who will tell you a bit more about the American artists we have been studying this year.
Good evening. My name is Melody Vasolder. In kindergarten, we learned about Nevelson. We created wood sculptures using found objects. Did you know that Louise Nevelson was one of the first artists to use recycled materials?
Good evening. My name is McKenna Lamont. In first grade, we studied the moving sculptures of Alexander Calder. His favorite colors were the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. Did you know that Alexander Calder invented the mobile? Good evening. My name is Julia Zacular. In second grade, we observed the landscape paintings of Grandma Moses. She was a folk artist who painted scenes of her favorite childhood memories. Did you know that Grandma Moses started painting in her 70s? Good evening. My name is Marco Vitozzi. Fifth graders enjoyed learning about Andy Warhol. He was famous for painting objects from everyday life, especially soup cans from the supermarket. We made observational drawings of the groceries we collected from the North Reading Food Pantry during our school-wide reading challenge. Did you know that Andy Warhol was famous for saying, "One day everyone will have 15 minutes of fame"?
Good evening. My name is Patrick Davis. Fourth graders have been learning about the paintings of Georgia O'Keeffe. She was especially famous for her large flower paintings. We closely observed flowers and enlarged them to create a watercolor painting. Did you know that Georgia O'Keeffe lived to be 98 years old? Good evening. My name is Nicholas Hopeless. Fifth graders are exploring the seascapes of Winslow Homer. He had a studio in Maine and especially enjoyed painting his view of the ocean. In this lesson, we made a contour drawing and transformed it into a mixed media painting of the Maine coast. Did you know that Winslow Homer was born in Boston?
And now the musical part of our program. If you can find a seat, it would be great, because at some point the boys and girls will be singing in the round here. I know it's difficult. So now I'd like to introduce Mr. Tatro, music teacher at Little School, full-time, all day long, all week long. Glad to have you. I don't get that round of applause. They don't realize I make this place run. Instrumental music and choral music.
Good evening. My name is Christopher Tadro, and I am the music teacher here at the Little School, and also serve North Reading as a music curriculum chairperson. I would love to spend my evening telling you all that the music department has done this year, but tonight is about the Little School and what we do here. Before I tell you what our students have prepared for you, I'd like to share with you something personal from my life that reminds me how important music is. My father recently retired from music teaching after 35 years in the public school. His father, my grandfather, was also a music educator. I have learned so much from my father about music and how to be a great teacher. He often shared this thought with me, and he'd say, close your eyes and think really hard. Imagine driving a car and only having talk radio to listen to. For some of you, that's probably pretty good. Imagine watching the movie Jaws without any music. Would it really be that scary? Imagine running on a treadmill and not having that music keeping you going. Imagine going to Fenway Park and not hearing Take Me Out to the Ball Game or singing Sweet Caroline. Imagine a world without music. Those thoughts are why I strive every day to be a great music teacher and to inspire our students here at the Little School to explore and to create music. Tonight we have assembled students to perform for you. They range from kindergarten through 5th grade. We will start with 17 of our instrumental students performing the song Fanfare in March. This year we have 49 students in the instrumental program. I am very proud of all of the students and extremely hard for these tonight. They've worked extremely hard not only in our lessons but also at home. It takes a great deal of teamwork, listening, and trust to play in an ensemble. It's more than just the notes on the page. Then we have 3 vocal selections for you. The first is a tribute to a great president and reminds us of a very difficult time in our country. The second song sings about our country and how we love it. And the third is a song that hopes to send a message of peace in our world. With that, I thank you and sit back and enjoy.